I think there's like a 50% chance that I'm going to die for AI related causes by 2040.
Oh my God. Wow. Jesus.
Like that's roughly where I stand. Now, when I say 50%, what does that mean? I really think of in terms of orders of magnitude. I don't really think, oh, 50.3, or I don't even think 40 to 60. When I say 50, I really mean like 10 to 90. My probability is like 10 to 90, which is like a really huge range, right? But I'm not saying 1%. I'm not telling you that my probability is 1%, and I'm not telling you that my probability is 99%. I'm telling you it's somewhere in this vast middle range between 10 and 90. And I think that's already a very important type of range to make decisions on. Just the fact that it's probably at least 10 is scary. And by the way, 5 or 10 or something like that, that is already the consensus of the majority of AI researchers are already at least in the 5 to 10 place. Maybe they're not in the 50 range like I am, right? So I'm a little higher than them, but I'm not telling you something that's like, this crazy unusual belief. I'm telling you something that's like one, maybe two notches apart from the average, right? So I'm not a wingnut here. I'm like a slight partisan on the doom side. I'm not that crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, how do you? I like because I mean I'm very much in the I don't fucking know, which is why I'm want to talk to people like you and where I'm trying to hoover up as much of this kind of information as I can, because it does kind of seem like from my normal frame of reference, right? It seems like, well, fucking mental, right? Crazy. But then I also kind of think, well, my just frame of normal is just like, you know, the post-war period till now, right?
Mhm.
Which in itself is not a
Yeah.
normal
Mhm.
period in human history. Do you think that frame of reference is a big issue for most people when you're talking
Yeah,
about?
absolutely. Absolutely. And, I personally have a big advantage because psychologically, like I mentioned, basically, mild Asperger's situation, like I am not that influenced by social conventions, right? And so for me, it comes very naturally to be like, yeah, we live in a society that's highly abnormal. Like today already is science fiction, right? So most
Yeah.
people have this distinction. There's like normal today, and then there's like science fiction in 1,000 years. And I'm like, it's already like it's not going to get that much science fiction than it's already gotten, right? Like the fact that we're talking on a computer and we have, air conditioning, right? And like, all this, we can like artificially grow food, right? And we have like VR. It's like, look, there's not that many more degrees of science fiction coming. Like we've already passed through most of the delta between, being a biological organism and being a cyborg. Like we're already like 80 or 90% of the way there towards cyborg, as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned. Like if you look at a day in my life, I'm just staring at screens all day, right? I'm not doing manual labor. Like I'm already mostly a cyborg.